So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. This is our, we are almost at the end. We have one more day in this journey of core competencies, and it's an immense pleasure to have Julius Ordonez with us. Okay, I will tell you a little bit about Julius, and I'm I'm sure you will enjoy his energy as much as I enjoy being talking with him. But before we go ahead, I just want a reminder. Tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning, we have Colin in Scotland, and he is going to talk about AI for presence, awareness, and communication. Very interesting. At noon, we have Sophia Casey, and Sophia is going to talk about plot twist, turning coaching competencies into coaching client. How we really transform this in bringing clients to our practice. And ending the summit, our last presentation, and I think this is going to be really, really interesting, is Nancy Hofstede. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right. The inner work of coaching, the reflexive and coaching mindset. So, and we've been talking a lot about is technique is the human and is inside and outside. I think this is going to be amazing to end the summit with this presentation. And here with us we have Julius Ordonez, MCC, ACTC. Julius has more than 20 years of experience in organizational leadership and team development. He is coach, executive coach, management consulting, and a mentor. So Julius is from the Philippines, and he was a pioneer in coaching in Asia. He founded ICF Philippines chapter and became the first MCC in the country. So from 2015 and 2017, he was president of Asia Pacific Alliance of Coaches, APAC, and a prestigious organization from professional coaches in the region. So sorry, this is going later. Through his ICF accredited coaching courses, he has trained and mentored hundreds of professionals. Some are present here, and thousands of leaders worldwide, and helping local multinational companies and building coaching culture. So in 2025, he received the Asia's Distinguished Leader in Professional Coaching Award, and his significant contribution to the coaching industry across Asia and beyond. Congratulations, Julius.
Thank you.
He leads benchmark consulting and partnering with individuals, teams, and organizations to achieve their critical goals and realize their fullest potential. So I'm very pleased to have Julius here, and the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Valeska. That was a lovely introduction. So I'm very excited to be here. I was telling Valeska that this is actually my second time already to give a session for your chapter. The first one was 3 years ago that was organized by Jimmy Glenos. So yeah, I feel home. Thank you for this opportunity. So this is such an intimate group, and therefore I was thinking we can actually make this more interactive. So we will be interacting not just via the chat box, but we can actually interact via voice. So we will make this truly worth your while by making it more engaging. So I would like to feel your presence, coaches. So can you please go to the chat and write down how you're feeling today? How are you today? Maybe one word, 2 words, one short statement, and make your presence felt. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Energized, thankful, energetic. Wow, I love that. Excited about coaching. Awesome. Excited, interested, and curious. Yes, that's the learner mindset in you. Glad to be here, and gratitude, reflective. And so we're starting this session with a lot of positivity. So let's capitalize on that so that we can really make this session a truly meaningful one for everybody. So I'm very much curious, coaches, who are the life coaches in the room? May I know? Are there life coaches in the room? Can you please raise your hand if you are a life coach? Or only one is raising our hand. And who is a corporate coach? Maybe you're doing leadership coaching, you're doing executive coaching, performance coaching, maybe. All right. Who is doing both? Life coaching and corporate coaching combined. Wow. Very good. Who's doing team coaching? All right. Very good. So this is a very good mix of different types of coaches. I have a question for you. My question is this: why do you think individuals hire the services of a coach, or why do they engage the services of a coach like us? Why do they hire us? Can you please go to the chat and write it down? So whether you're doing life coaching or corporate coaching, maybe you're doing relationship coaching or any other type of coaching, why do they go to you? Oh, want to reach goals for growth. Tired of doing the same thing and getting nowhere. Yes. That's interesting. Feelings of overwhelmed with what is on their plate. Right. Probably they're feeling the burnout already. They're ready to take intentional actions. They would like to move forward, getting out of comfort zone, and many different others. So in other words, they come to us for varied reasons, right? But bottom line is they would like to accomplish something. They would like to take away something. They would like to achieve something in the coaching partnership. Whether that's 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, they would like to accomplish something. And that is the goal, right? Bottom line, they would like to accomplish a goal. They would like to work on something. And this is actually, what we will be talking about, because that is our job. Our job is to help the client or the coachee move from point A to point B. Point B is the accomplishment of the goal. And that is then required of us to have the ability to help them achieve the goal. And so I chose this topic in particular because in my experience, long years of experience training professional coaches, I observed that this is actually a challenge for most coaches, like helping or coaching clients achieve a goal or helping clients set a compelling goal. And this is actually a major element of our core coaching competency. So let me share my screen here. There you go. Can you see this, coaches? All right. So goal setting is actually a major part of competency number 3, which says establishing and maintaining agreements. So if we are to take a look at the definition, it says specifically that it's about partnering with clients and relevant stakeholders. This is in the case of a sponsored coaching engagement, okay, to create clear agreements about the coaching relationship, process, plans, and goals. Establishes agreements for the overall coaching engagement, as well as those for each coaching session. So very clear. And in section 3.04, what does it say? It says partners with the client and relevant stakeholders to establish an overall coaching plan and goals. So in other words, that is our role. And in 3.08, partners with the client to define or reconfirm measures of success for what the client wants to accomplish in the coaching engagement or individual session. So what we're going to focus today is what the client wants to achieve in the whole, in the entire coaching partnership, not just setting the agenda for the session. So we'll not be talking about that because these are two different things. Okay. So what is the goal then? So very clearly, it's what the client wants to achieve or accomplish in the coaching engagement. Maybe after 3 months or 6 months or after a year, they would like to be better communicators, or maybe just to increase their awareness in terms of who they are, or maybe they would like to actually determine their life purpose, or maybe they would like to change their leadership style from being autocratic to being more collaborative, or maybe they would like to be more assertive, to be more confident at the end of the coaching partnership. So it's the desired outcome of the client from the coaching partnership. So that's the goal. Now, what are the different types of goals? What are the most common ones? In your coaching practice, what do you encounter? Like, what do your clients normally work on? What are these different types of goals that you actually experience or that you see in your clients? So maybe we can interact via voice this time. Can I hear someone to actually share? Can you give me an example of a goal? Yes, Katya, go
They
ahead.
want to transition from
Oh,
in a
yes.
career, or some type of transition. So they want a coach to help them in that transition.
Perfect. Very good. Yes, so they would like to transition into probably a bigger responsibility in the workplace, right? So expanding the role, and they would like to be successful in that kind of transition. So they need your help to prepare them for that transition. Now, in life coaching, it could be a life transition, right? From being single to being married. From being not a parent to being a parent. So that is also another transition wherein coaching might be needed. Okay, so that's an example of a goal. Yes, Claudia.
I was going to add, what I get from my clients is how to have, to have executive presence, how to be,
Oh,
how to
yes.
show up with authority or, seniority, whatever is the case.
Right. That's very common, actually. It's a common objective for clients, like the gravitas. They would like to exude, executive presence, to carry that sort of confidence, authority with confidence. Yes, very good. Thank you for that one. Yes, Flavia, while you're doing your exercise.
Yes. At the end
your
of
cardio.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I cannot sit anymore. So what I find very common in my practice are executives that want to communicate in a more influential and impacting and convincing way.
Oh, there you go. That's a very good example, actually. So they would like to be more influencing. They would like to be more persuasive, more impactful in their communication. Oh, yes. Perfect. Very good. Wow. I love this. Yes, Alison.
Yeah, I have a lot of clients who are struggling to manage challenging relationships, either within the teams that they're
Oh,
leading, or with colleagues, or with bosses, or all of the above, or some.
Yes, all of the above, even with the mother-in-law.
Yeah, even with.
Yeah. So working on a relationship goal, right? Improving their relationship with people around them. Very nice. I love that. Okay. So yes, there are many different types of examples. For those of you who are not able to share, maybe you can just type it in on the chat. Okay. What is an example of a goal for you? Okay. So let's see. These are the most common ones based on my experience coaching individuals in the last 20 plus years. And at the same time, when I listen to recordings, because I do evaluate sessions of my students. So these are the most common goals that I see. So the first one is a learning goal, a developmental goal. The client would like to learn something new, learn a new skill, or maybe improve an existing skill. They would like, for example, to become a better communicator, learn the ability to manage conflict, or learn the ability to manage time, or improve their people skills to be a better listener, for example. So they would like to develop something. Similar to what you said, in terms of the communication, like to be more influencing. So they would like to improve their influencing skills. So that's a developmental goal or learning goal. Another one is a behavioral change goal. Like they would like to see a shift in their behavior. So for example, during meetings, MANCOM meetings, or any meeting, for example, business meeting, probably they don't have the confidence to speak up. They don't have the confidence to express their disagreement. So they would like to be more assertive. They would like to be more confident. So that is a behavioral change goal. Or maybe they would like to be more collaborative. So that's a behavioral change goal. Or probably they would like to be more authentic in their relationships. So that's another example of behavioral goal, okay? Career goals. So example, what Katya said about the transition. So it could be about transitioning to a new career. It could be transitioning to a bigger responsibility, or maybe transitioning to a new role, okay, which is actually horizontal, not vertical. So that is a career goal. Or maybe just finding fulfillment in their career at the moment, or maybe to be at their best in their position, in their role. So that's a career goal. Okay. Well-being goals. What's an example of a well-being goal? And this is actually very, very popular nowadays. It's quite common nowadays, especially after the pandemic. Most companies have wellness programs, and so employees have their well-being goals. So what's an example of a well-being goal? Can someone give me an example of that? Or maybe you have your own goal that you're working on, your wellness goal.
What I get a lot is career-life balance.
Oh, yes. Work-life balance, career-life balance.
Yeah, work-life.
Exactly. Yeah, that's very common, actually. It looks like a lot of people are dedicating so much of their time on work that they would like to also see, that they are giving time for their personal life. Yes, Flavia.
Yeah, we see a lot of people coming with burnouts. I know that's also balancing life, but I think it's deeper than that.
Yes, could be deeper than that, right? So, yeah, so it could be about managing their stress. It could be about managing their own disposition, looking at, how they actually look at stress or stressors. So that's a well-being goal, or taking care of their physical body, or taking care of their mental health, etc. Okay. Relationship goals. So someone gave an example of this, and very common also, especially in the workplace, is a task goal. A task goal is what? Like in life coaching, maybe they would like to save up money, earn this amount of money, in the next 6 months or 1 year. Or maybe they would like to accomplish a project in the workplace for 6 months. Or maybe they would like to introduce a new system. Maybe they would like to implement a change in the recruitment system, for example. They would like to engineer the process at work. So all of these are task goals. Or maybe they would like to increase their sales increase it by 50% or 100%. That is an example of a task goal. So anything related to performance also becomes a task goal. Okay. So question is, okay, hold on, sorry. All right. So question for you is it easy or is it challenging to actually coach someone or coach clients in setting a goal? Is it easy or difficult or challenging? Who finds it challenging, in fact, to help someone, determine what they really, really want to work on? Who finds it challenging? Okay, yeah. I actually observed that in most coaches, that it's really difficult. It's really challenging for them. And again, in my experience, I've seen a lot of, difficult situations, but these are the most common ones. When you coach someone, set a goal that's really compelling for them, one situation is where the client is lacking clarity or awareness of what they really want. So here's a client, a successful businessman who has a thriving business, but he doesn't know what's next for him. He doesn't know if he wants to expand the business or he just wants to tour the world and just maintain his business. He doesn't know what's next. So he needs the coach. He needs the help of the coach to find that clarity. Can you relate with this? Who can relate with this? Who has encountered a client like this in the past? There you go. They're confused. They're conflicted, right? Another situation. It's the opposite. They know what they want, but they want to do multiple things. They would like to accomplish a lot of things, but didn't know what to prioritize. So here's someone in his 30s that I've coached, and he wants to do multiple things. Like he would like to start a family, but at the same time, he would like to be promoted. He would like to advance his career. And at the same time, he would like to actually enroll in a postgraduate study. And he would like to tour the world, and he would like to establish a business, So he's just so excited with what life can actually offer him. But he doesn't know where to start. He doesn't know what to prioritize. Can you relate with this? Anyone who has experienced coaching someone like this? Oh, there you go. Especially the younger ones. Another one, maybe you've experienced this as well. Like clients setting goals that other people want for them. I coached someone. She was at that time she was already in her mid-30s, and she said that she sought my help because finally she said that she would like to look for a romantic relationship. And so in the course of our conversation, what was uncovered was that there's a pressure actually from her family, because every time they have a family reunion, they always ask her, like, do you have a boyfriend yet? Are you married yet? Are you still single? And so she felt that external pressure that, yeah, she wanted to work on it. But actually, in the course of our discussion, she discovered that, yeah, I'm happy to be single. I'm happy to be single. So in other words, the risk of them trying to please people around them, so they might end up setting a goal that they don't really want for themselves, but others want for them. Have you experienced this, guys, in the past? Yes. Okay. Yes, Allison, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, I'm just curious, maybe you're going to get to this in the course of the conversation, but I find it challenging sometimes dealing with corporate clients who are sponsored where the boss has some very particular goals in mind. And that's a different kind of it's this pressure, but they're
Yeah.
paying for it. The person really feels like it. People are giving feedback, and I would love to hear some thoughts about how you handle that situation.
Yes, so we'll go there later, but you're a very good segue, Alison. Thank you, because
You bet.
that's actually the next challenging situation here.
Oh,
Clients who are
okay.
just merely complying to what the sponsor wants for them.
There you go.
There you go. Like the sponsor wants this executive, for example, okay, to assume, to be the successor of his immediate supervisor, but that may not be the career that they want, right? They might want a different function in the organization, but the tendency is for them to comply, and so they cooperate, right? So again, the risk of them setting that goal, even if they don't want to, because again, out of compliance, okay? So there's again this pressure. So similar to the previous one. And the last one, clients who are setting a different goal because they have fear of failure. I have actually coached a lot of people who have set a different goal because of fear of failure. Like experiences, he would like to establish a business, to set up a business of his own. He's actually a coach, and he would like to establish not coaching business, but another business. But because he was scared that he might fail, then he said, "Oh, can I change my goal? I just want to lose weight." So again, another challenging situation, because out of fear, sometimes they're being clouded, their judgment is being clouded by that fear. So who can relate with this? Like they have fear of failure, so they change their goal, or they set up a different goal. Right, very good. So if you take a look at the different situations here, what do you see is common among them? What is common among these situations?
It's the indecision, undecided.
Yes, is indecision. They're undecided. They're conflicted. There's an internal conflict. And what's common here is the risk that the client sets a goal that they really want. They don't want, I should say.